Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Social Rundown podcast. My name's Fraser, the creative director here at Fraggell Productions. With me is my business partner, life partner, bestest friend in the whole wide world. It's Mr. Nick Beddoes.
Hello.
Nick is also a creative director here at Fraggell Productions. We're business partners.
Just business partners.
Just solely business partners.
To clients we were partners, and then it got awkward.
And then people start to think otherwise. So we quickly shut it down. Also, the other voice that you may hear, but you won't see because she's too scared of being on camera, is Hannah Brown.
Hi guys.
Hannah Brown is the producer of the Social Rundown. She writes the Social Rundown, most importantly, every single week, and I don't read the script out. Instead, I entirely go off script. And then she just says, yeah, whatever, that'll do at the side of the camera most of the weeks. So the Social Rundown podcast is essentially going to be every single Monday. We're going to be sitting down here. We're going to be talking about the stories which we covered on Friday in the Social Rundown, but also we're going to be talking about other stories which Hannah has lined up for us, which we may have some insight on. Maybe
Just little quips.
Little quips,
Yep.
little ditties.
Don't either we are not educated enough in it that we can't go into it as much, or it's just like there's no information on it.
There's no So there's a few of those today. So hopefully we sound good. Hopefully this is the first episode. So give us a we call ourselves professionals, but let's be honest. Anyway, the first one that we covered today, covered on Friday on the Social Rundown. It wasn't like it was recorded today and we're recording it the same day. So reports this week is that YouTube are halting showing adverts on what they deem as kids content. And this is obviously stopping a lot of people from making money from kids content because they feel that kids
Spider-Man and Elsa.
Spider-Man and Elsa videos, no more. But they basically think that kids are too impressionable, and so because of this, they shouldn't be allowed to have adverts put in front of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because I see, obviously, for a start, kids' content, very lucrative. Very.
Egg surprise. Videos, they are massive.
That was our version of kids' content, which we tried to see whether we could make any kind of money.
We're a bit late. That's I think the only reason that...
Yeah, but kids' content is very lucrative, and so I imagine a lot of people are going to be very annoyed that it is happening no more. Like Nick said, Spider-Man and Elsa was... What was the guy called that did Spider-Man and Elsa?
It was one of the Bradburys, but it was his friend.
Ethan Bradbury.
I think it was his friend as well.
Was it? Okay.
Thought of it.
YouTube legend Ethan Bradbury did his own version of kids content, which was him and his friend dressing up as Elsa and Spider-Man. Very inappropriate for children, but he got recommended to a lot of kids, and so they earned a lot of money from it.
It was like, in the 90s, like SpongeBob and all them, where it was cartoons where they sort of had like weird sort of insinuations of creepy behaviour. It was like that. Yeah. But a bit weirder.
It was very creepy. So YouTube that if you wanna if you wanna have a little giggle. But basically they so YouTube are saying no more. We are not having adverts on the website on kids content anymore, which obviously deems a lot of things are being flagged as kids content, not having ads run on them when they aren't kids content. So I don't know, was there any videos in particular, Hannah, which were being flagged?
Not that I know of, no. I just think
Hannah's voice goes like really official. Have you noticed?
Not that I know.
Does it?
Not that I've heard of, no.
Oh, I'm going to answer you, but I don't want to
No,
do that.
please.
No, I just think they're scared of, I think, at the moment of being called out. Like YouTube have been in the press quite a lot recently for what they've been up to.
Yeah,
so
but
I think they've had to.
If they're trying to please the advertisers, it's child-friendly content. You can't get any more pleasing than that. You can't get much better
than that. But their argument,
advertisers versus users. Like,
and their argument is, well, we don't want to be advertising to kids all the time. But how I see it, when I was a kid, I used to watch Nickelodeon and CITV. There was like a 10-minute ad break there all the time. And like even my niece, we were watching SpongeBob at weekend, the classic. She didn't understand any of it, but we were watching it and adverts were coming up for kids' toys like they do. And she was going, want that? want that one. And that one, and that one. I was like, that's what, like, I remember when I was like writing my Father Christmas list
I used to do
last
that.
year. No, but I used to, anything that came up on the TV, I'd be like writing that one down.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was different. I used to go through the Argos catalogue.
Me too. I used to go through the Argos catalogue as well. Amazing. Yeah, and also one thing really important. I remember when I was choosing my first phone, and I used to go through the Argos catalogue, and I used to pick a phone, and then I used to get really annoyed because it didn't show me what ringtones they had in the Argos catalogue. I was like, why does it not show me what I need to know, which ringtones it has?
Still phones that have where you can pay for the ringtones. You can still pay for ringtones.
Those adverts, yeah.
They're still happening though.
Really?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Who is buying them?
I know.
Come on now, guys. Come on. I don't even know. Can you set random ringtones on your phone, on like an iPhone? I don't even know.
I don't know
Like
why
a
you
song?
would.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah. What's yours?
I just got the normal.
Oh, the normal
My mum loves
one.
to pick a good.
Does she? It's a
Yeah.
good banger.
She
What,
got
like what?
Insomnia Faithless.
Yes, what a tune. Anyway, we've gone completely off tangent again, but it's like kids are always advertised to, whether it's on TV or what. I don't
But
understand why.
When you're thinking about like Nickelodeon, they're very child specific, the adverts, whereas YouTube, it's an open platform. Like,
That's true.
anything could pop up.
Well,
and
that's
that's
what-
where the controversy
That's what they were
starts.
saying, was that's why the whole thing happened about, like Pepsi advertising on on some racist terrorist video, and they were like, well, we don't want that.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. It's not kids' content. It's
Well, this is
it's
what I'm
against
saying.
YouTube's
and,
guidelines. I
and
imagine.
that was stopped because YouTube put in, things to stop that from happening. So why can't they do that the same with kids' content? Very confusing.
Is this like completely new? Has this even gone into effect?
I don't know. One of
They've
the
already stopped like captions and stuff like that, and
Have they?
comments and
One-
recommendations.
Yes, they have. Yeah, because there was that whole thing about the paedophile rings where people were commenting like a secret word
Oh no!
onto kids' videos, which was like basically telling the other pedos like, this is the one.
Oh no!
And it was like videos which like parents had uploaded of their kids like
Yeah.
bouncing on a trampoline. They were like, I don't know, Snickers. I don't know what the secret
Congress
word was. Yeah, but that's creepy. So I think it was any video including kids of like under 11 was like automatically comments turned off. But I mean, like we were watching Mixer yesterday, where Ninja now is the home of Ninja.
the Glory Boy.
The Glory Boy, and we saw a kid on that who must have been like, what,
11. I'd say.
11, streaming, and people were calling him ugly and also it was horrific.
Really nasty.
It was horrible.
nasty.
People were
Does
being
YouTube
really
still
nasty to
have
him.
like you have to be over a certain age to create an account?
Is it
An
like
account.
13?
Yeah, I want to say it's 30.
Well, I mean, they could say that's the reason why. Like,
Well,
they shouldn't even have an account
we
in the
know,
first place.
like-
But then they have
People
YouTube Kids now, which is like the version for kids, like their own platform.
But
where
I feel
everything
like
is
that
filtered
YouTube
through.
Kids is for content that is created by adults for kids, not by
Yeah.
kids for kids. Because
Talking like theme tunes and stuff like that. Aren't
Yeah,
you? Like,
but a lot of it was parents uploading content of the kids, which they ain't gonna stop. By the way, if you hear any weird noises outside, our office next door is under construction, and they're currently dropping off some
is
stuff. And also, we have a car wash next door. It's not the best place to
You
host a
can't-
podcast.
can't really hear it.
Can you not?
It's fine.
And Nick's got headphones on, so it's okay. All right, let's move on. Facebook have launched. Well, last week we spoke about Facebook in the news again because they screwed up the privacy, because they always do. And now they've brought in something which hopefully should help people, which is the clear history, which, if I'm right in thinking, they've literally released this today. You can see who has ever used your data, and you can wipe the data from their
It's
system.
like Google has the same thing where you can download all your Google information.
Nobody wants to download my Google search history.
But
Filth.
it's more that, not even search history, it's like every sort of, I don't know, just data.
Yeah, data.
Any
Yeah,
data
yeah.
that Google has
Data.
on you, they have. But I mean, I imagine it's the same with
So
Facebook.
Facebook are clamping down. You can now wipe that. Which again, we were talking about. Well, we were talking about this in our pilot episode, which nobody will ever see. But
Maybe one day.
Yeah, but we were. Yeah, when we've got no content, we'll publish the pilot episode. But we were talking about this, and same thing. I don't care honestly, I don't. There's nothing on my Facebook which I would be scared of showing anybody.
The thing is, people sign up to Facebook knowing it's a public platform.
Yeah, they
and everything that's going on, your wall is public. So unless you have your privacy settings set to, friends only. But
a long time ago, I locked down my entire Facebook.
I have as well,
because I was like, I don't like the I always used to keep it open in case, what if somebody knows me and adds me. Like, I don't care at this stage. Like, everybody I know is now on my Facebook. Anybody new, you're dead to me. That's how I see it.
Anybody new?
I make no new friends. My friends limit has stopped now. But yeah, I mean, I've got nothing to hide. As long as your Facebook's locked down, I'm pretty sure it's fine. But again, anyway,
it says here in a story that it's worth noting that the data is not actually deleted, but it's disconnected from your profile.
Oh, great. So they're still going to have your data.
So, yeah.
Still going to target you with adverts.
Still going to send it to
data.
Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah, but don't
Makes
worry.
you feel like you've got some sort of power in it, though, and I think that's
that's what
people want. They want to feel like...
Does it mean disconnected as, like, your name is not on it, or it's just like...
I don't know, because they have had... Straight after Cambridge Analytica, they brought out the thing where you could see all the apps which your Facebook is connected to, and I went through and got rid of a load. So I don't know how this is any different. I don't know if this is something entirely different or what. But in my opinion, you've ticked the box. You've given your data. Not my problem anymore.
You don't want your data to be out there. Don't be on the internet.
Exactly. Destroy your computer now.
Go live in a cabin in the woods and
exactly.
Have solar panels.
Pull a Dexter, cabin in the woods. Your series ends really badly. Yeah. That's how everybody should live from now on. In my opinion, if you have ticked the box, you have given up your details, and that's that. But I've noticed this, some websites have implemented a thing where you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to show that you've read it, and then you tick it, and then it allows you to tick it, and you can go through. Other people hide tick boxes throughout it. It's all about covering their bottoms.
Legal backs.
Legal behinds to make sure that nobody sues them. But I don't think there's been any court cases about people's data being misused other than Cambridge
I feel
Analytica.
like if there was, then Facebook's like, you signed this contract.
Yeah, it's true. Like you signed that contract by... Yeah.
And if you haven't read it, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's not our fault. We put everything that we're going to do into this terms of service then.
Not my problem. Yeah, and obviously the major news last week was about them transcribing your voice notes, which was quite a big deal, which in my opinion is very creepy, actually. That's very creepy. I don't think I've ever sent a voice note.
I think it was done in the hopes of improving their text to speech or speech to text AI.
I remember when speech to text was horrific.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be installed in like Windows computers and stuff, and you used to say something just completely different to whatever you say. Whereas now, my Apple Watch, honestly, the text speech is amazing. Like, I write a lot of my text.
I mean, on Apple, it's decent. It's not the best.
Blub, 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 blub.
Not the best.
Yeah, Siri's awful.
Yeah.
Siri's the worst thing.
But it has gotten better, I imagine, through methods like Facebook has done, where they transcribed the, speech into text, where, you run that into a robot or an AI, and then
the robot takes over.
It recognises how people talk, the accents, the misinterpretations or whatever, pronunciations, and then it makes it better.
But
so
that still, like, on the subject of Siri and stuff like that, I watched a thing on the BBC about they were implementing NHS stuff. So, like, you can say, "Hey Google, my back's hurting," and it'll say from the NHS website what it could be.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
That's just the cancer straight away.
Yeah, basically, you've got cancer. But it's only Alexa that pulls it from the NHS website because they have a partnership with them. Everyone else just Googles it, and they did one with Siri, and every single thing it went. I do not understand that. It was just complete awful. And then Google literally just Googles it, so it's like WebMD straight away, and it's like, you've got a tumor on your back. Sorry guys,
my leg hurts. You've got a tumor on your back.
My leg hurts. Brain cancer. Straight away. Never Google your symptoms, guys. It's never a good idea. Let's move on to the next story. YouTube again this time. This is a bit of a funny one, actually. So YouTube have they've been flagging. They've been trying to cut down on animal cruelty on the website, and in doing so, they have ended up taking down videos that have nothing to do with animal cruelty, such as robot fighting. Now, when I thought this, it is literally clips of robot wars they're taking down. Yeah, it's clips of robot wars.
Is that not because it's copyright infringement or
no? As in
when it's popped up saying why it's been taken down, it says it's infringing on the animal cruelty
But was
guidelines.
the YouTube channel uploading clips from Robot Wars?
No,
It's
normally like robot makers that go on Robot Wars, which have posted videos of their robots like absolute chomping up some metal, and they've gone, "Soz boss, that's animal cruelty," because apparently they're flagging it up as dog fighting.
Or cockfighting.
Yeah, cockfighting or dogfight. I don't know. There's a different kind of cockfighting that I watch. But they... Yeah, so apparently the AI has been scanning it and it's been seeing
Apparently it was a new
Robot
part
Wars.
of YouTube's algorithm. They're trying to take down robot combat videos.
Nobody wants a robot combat. I instantly thought when I thought that of Chappie in the Will Smith film, like...
Will Smith isn't in that
Is he not
film.
in that film?
No.
Is he not?
No, I'll let you have it the first time.
Oh, sure Will Smith's in that film.
No, him out of Skins is in it.
Him out of Skins. I don't know who that is. I'm just... Yeah, great. Yeah, okay, yeah. But Chappie, I instantly thought of him knocking some other robot out, like full on. But there's the Corridor Digital video.
What's it called? The Boston Dynamics.
Where
they get a motion capture suit with the little ping pong balls over it.
Yeah.
And the robot turns on them and starts attacking them.
Yeah, which is, I think, robot fighting. Has that been taken down?
If it looks good enough, then the algorithm might flag it as that. But
I mean, it did fool a lot of people into thinking it was real.
There was like news outlets in America.
There's a lot of Mexican news outlets apparently saying that it was real. And
so I think YouTube have changed the algorithm to take down robot combat videos, but it's showing as animal cruelty as well.
Why? What's the big thing about?
I don't understand.
Not too sure.
But robots fighting? If anything, I say let the robots fight.
This is where they turn on you.
Yeah, I mean, less robots for us to fight, right? Put them on an extension lead.
You're
let them
thinking
go.
of iRobot. I've just thought.
iRobot. That's what I'm thinking
Classic.
about. That's the Will Smith film. Less robots for us to fight. I say let them go. I'm a big fan of Robot Wars. When I was a kid, I put myself in a laundry box and pretended to be a robot on what Robot Wars.
What a childhood you live.
Yeah, little anecdote fight. I remember I had kitchen utensils sticking out of the box, and I was like, I'm going to build one, and I'm going to go on Robot Wars. Daddy was like, all right, son. Okay,
so
sure.
there was a spokesman from YouTube that said with the massive volume of videos on our site, sometimes we make the wrong call, which is understandable, I imagine.
Yeah, there's a lot of
millions and billions of minutes on YouTube a day. They can always make the wrong call. But I mean, if it's to aid in getting videos taken off which centre around animal cruelty, then I'm all for it.
That's fine, but surely the algorithm can sense the difference between a dog and something.
Not really.
If
you make a robot that looks like an animal,
yeah, but they don't really look like animals, do they?
Yeah, well, it might do in some form.
You
don't know. You might think it's a deer or something. I don't know.
A deer. That's
but I mean,
yeah.
They also said that they can, they try and act quickly to reinstate the video, so it's not like it's the algorithm's there and it's up forever, and all robot videos are being taken down.
Robot videos are now banned from the internet.
It's one of those things where they got it wrong. They're trying to improve.
Trying to fix it. In other news, PewDiePie earns 6.5 million every month from ad revenue from YouTube.
Can you imagine?
Is that true? Because obviously PewDiePie has addressed this in multiple videos that he does not earn as much as people say he does. Although in his newest video, because he started playing Minecraft now, which is he started the reoccurrence of Minecraft.
That's the money maker.
That's the money maker right there.
Minecraft.
And now he's saying he is now finally earning the amount that people say he does.
I was just going to say, people who make so much money love to play it down.
Yeah, but there was a long time where his content wasn't getting many views, and it was. I mean,
from PewDiePie standards.
Yeah, from PewDiePie. It was getting 1.5 million instead of 6 million. But what a disaster. So I probably believe he's earning that much. to be quite honest. He's the biggest YouTuber on the planet. Is this
from YouTube revenue or like sponsorships?
I mean, it was reported in The Sun. Just seeing that now, so I'm not sure how much I believe that now.
Apparently, it has an annual income of £78.9 million. That's a lot. That's a lot of guac.
And it also says...
He's been married as well.
Yeah,
it literally says, also, got married. That's in the notes. Thanks for that, Hannah.
With all his YouTube friends, I've seen some pictures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I wish I was there. Could have...
You're not his friend.
Given him a gift, maybe. I don't know. What do you give somebody that has 6.5 million a month?
Nothing. He gives you something.
He gives you something. That's how the wedding works. It's in reverse. He gives you kitchen utensils
with that
instead
much
of
money,
you giving them.
You're there on like minimum wage job, trying to make it. Well, not even that. Like just like not even making it on YouTube, and he's there.
Here you go, mate. Here's a toaster. Enjoy it. Hope it's all right. This is not a golden toaster.
Second on the list is the Dude Perfect, making £2.8 million a month.
I have never watched a Dude Perfect video until
quite cool.
Like this week, and they're incredible. Like, I watched one with, like, RC cars that came up on my feed where they were, like, flipping them off stuff. And, like, one, they were going off like, a car park. And, like, it was amazing. It was incredible. I was very impressed. How much do they make?
£2.8 million a month. Yeah.
Oof, it's all right for some, isn't it? That's very close to my income, actually.
Just for throwing things.
just for throwing things. I do it in my spare time.
Apparently all this data was gathered using a... quote-unquote YouTube money calculator tool. So all it's gone is, okay, average CPM is at its best is £2.25. Okay, that means that they've made this. That's a load of rubbish. Like, even Social Blade is very off most of the time. In fact, Social Blade gives some of the biggest guesses for money. It's like... PewDiePie could make £10 to £10 million. Somewhere around there.
So I don't pay much attention to those, to be honest.
Apparently that was from just merch. So that YouTube money calculator tool is just revenue from merch sales. And then on top of that, it also says he rakes in $935,000 from ads just shown his YouTube video. So that's just from merch. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, what I remember, we used to work with you, Logan Paul. Still have contacts with Mr. LP, best friend, forever.
And I remember him mentioning he like 90% of his income is from merch. Yeah, even that David Dobrik as well. He says like I imagine him as well. He doesn't. None of his videos get monetized because it's all copyright music as well. He uses at the end of a lot of them as well. So it's just and people getting drunk every day,
4 minutes being sick as well. Like it's just a short piece of content.
420 actually, bro. Oh god, 420.
But imagine merch sales.
I don't understand how people make so much money doing merch. I sell some t-shirts for a Facebook page, and I mean, what I make like about £10 a t-shirt. Yeah, but you don't have like 10 million followers following you on YouTube, and he has Instagram, Snapchat, all this. True. So he has more than 10 million on his YouTube of fans. See, I've always wondered this because... and as well, they're all sort of, not to stereotype, fangirls as well. That's true, yeah. To be honest, though, some YouTubers' merch, I'm down for it. LP's merch, Mr. Logan Paul, he sent me some. Wow. I wear it with pride. The connections. I remember getting it, I was like, I've made it. This is it. Mr. Logan Paul has sent me some merch. He also Googled himself... PewDiePie. Yeah. Apparently, it claimed that he earned £2,600 per hour. That's like Bill Gates kind of stuff. That's not, where you just walk down the street. Bill Gates is no longer the richest person in the world. I mean, he's still rich though. Yeah, I swear I read that the owner is Zara. Oh, is it? Yeah. Should we Google? Who? The owner is Zara. I don't even know who that is. Richest mofo in the world. Richest person. Are you Googling it? In the world. Because it did. Oh, apparently Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, for goodness sake. Richest billionaires. Who's the richest person in the world? Who is that girl you were talking about? That person you were talking about, that Leon. It's a guy. A guy. What's he called? You said there was a richest person in the world. Oh, did you black out? Are you okay? Am I imagining things? I don't know the name. Oh, you just said it.
No, I didn't. I said the owner of Zara.
Oh, the owner of Zara. Oh, I thought you said
Leona.
Zara.
Zara's the richest person in the world. You know, everyone knows Zara. Yeah, I don't know, but I saw it. But then again, isn't the Amazon guy
Jeff Bezos?
I think he's not now since he's got divorced, is he?
Oh, well, no
I
one.
thought he lost bloody half his money.
The next story is Reddit is testing out if it will be successful to compete with platforms like Twitch, YouTube, and that's in the sphere of live streaming. I haven't seen this. Apparently Nick's seen it.
I seen it last night. It's on a test for about 5 days. It's called, I don't know how you pronounce it, RPAN or RPAN. I don't know.
It says here, Reddit Public Access Network.
Yeah, that's it. But I think they're testing it for a couple of hours every night here in this time zone.
So I'm currently going on the Reddit app to see if anything comes up.
It's not up there. No. But basically, at the moment, it's for, I think I read somewhere that it's about 25 users if you're eligible. So I don't know what eligibility you have to have.
Some random active users in the hopes that
But from what I saw, the 10 minutes of seeing it, because I was really confused about it, it was mobile only, which is really confusing already.
Yeah.
And the people that were using it was just putting their phone up against a wall, and I saw a guy playing the piano, or someone put it in a trolley.
TikTok, essentially.
Yeah, or someone put it in a trolley and they're walking around a supermarket.
Oh, weird.
I don't really understand it, how it can compete with, Twitch or YouTube or anything like that.
Seems very weird.
Except if it went, desktop, and if it had a proper browse system.
Because I only browse Reddit on mobile.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever go on it on the computer.
There is a desktop version.
There is but do many people even use the desktop? Maybe that's why they've done mobile only. Because
there's a subreddit called Spot the Mobile User or something like that, where on the comments it comes up with, on a mobile, your first letter is a capital.
Oh,
so that's what everyone says.
Or everyone who knows proper grammar starts with a capital.
Yeah.
I've cheated the system, everyone. I've done it. Reddit mobile.
But yeah, it's mostly used on mobile. That's what I use it on. That's what
I'd say.
People I know that use it on.
Yeah, because
that's the same for every social media platform.
Now, that's. But I think that's why they've done social only, mobile only for the live streaming thing.
Yeah, but it could go on desktop. They could have the option, and then you could live stream.
What are people going to stream on there?
I don't know.
Like Reddit, like Twitch is gaming, Mixer is gaming, YouTube is
lifestyle and gaming.
Yeah, lifestyle and gaming, and
Facebook does it. But
Facebook is
Twitch
useless.
could say it is lifestyle because it has like the IRL categories.
What are people gonna like? But that's the thing with Twitch that we're not with Twitch. With Reddit, there's so many subreddits.
Yeah, but they could turn it into like a proper live streaming platform if they had a browsing page.
I think it'd be really cool to do. You could on each subreddit, you can almost book a spot to be live on that subreddit and be
or if they could just have a browsing page on the subreddit.
Yeah, where you can just browse people that are doing whatever that subreddit. But I don't know how they'd.
At the moment, it's still test, 5 days, couple of hours.
I'd be interested to see. I want to try and I'll have a look tonight to see whether I can see it. But you found some photos of what someone was streaming their router.
Yeah, blinking.
Just
the router. That's one of the 25 people that were selected. I don't know how they're eligible. How does the eligibility work? Do they have to type into Reddit and say, this is what I'm going to do? And then they went, that's an amazing idea.
Yes. We need that. Yeah, definitely. Very odd. But interesting to see them doing live. But it's the same as Instagram Live. To be quite honest, everybody used it when it first came out, and now nobody uses it. And we've done branded Instagram lives before in the past, and it's been, they haven't got the results that they wanted, and that isn't, any fault of anybody's other than the fact that nobody really uses that anymore. Nobody really uses Facebook Live.
Instagram TV, IGTV.
No, it was through, we went live on Instagram, then the video got posted on IGTV afterwards. But it's the same with Facebook. The massive explosion, Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Now nobody uses it again. Facebook are trying to do a massive push now, and they're hiring gamers to game and live stream on the platform.
But it only works on certain platforms. They need a purpose of live stream. If you've got no purpose, it's like my uncle used it on Facebook at concerts.
Yes.
I'm not bothered.
I love. Oh, I
feel like
I dropped my phone.
I feel like it's more of a reason to stream it at a concert than
but
someone.
nobody watches it.
No,
Yeah, but
like
there'll be some
gaming
people.
platforms, there is a reason you're watching people.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Even
there's a
concert
certain-
stuff, like if you watch the live stream of Metallica playing live, that'd be amazing. Like,
Yeah,
and you
but-
sign up and subscribe to them.
Yeah, but that's not what it is. When
No,
Facebook, yeah, but I think that'd be cool on Facebook.
when
No,
she
but your
says that,
average Joe-
when she says her uncle streams at a concert, that's him going, woo!
Yeah, but he could still have,
Yeah, but it's not
a live stream
nobody
dedicated
wants
to that.
watch. Nobody wants to watch phone footage from a concert. I've never understood why people record them. You're never going to look at them again, and all you're going to hear is you singing really badly, and then just just all the lights being thrown everywhere because it's so dark in there. I've never quite understood.
I feel like
why
there
people do
probably
that.
is a market for it, because there was one story about this like last year or something, FIFA streaming on Twitch or some sort of streaming platform where they were going to stream their football matches. I think that's quite cool.
Yeah, but professional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
yeah,
like
I've
the
seen that
concerts
with
like
VR.
that.
They were saying about watching it on VR.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's on the like Samsung adverts or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But like watching some chump on his iPhone, film his router, I'm like,
It might be interesting. What if it blows up?
What if it blows up?
There you go.
Yeah, that's true. We're all there. Fingers crossed. Come on. But I mean, there's a big love for live streaming at the moment. Mr. Nick Beddoes does some Twitch streaming.
A dabble.
He dabbles like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Good plug.
How long have you been doing it? Like 2 months?
Like a month or two, yeah.
Maybe more. And your reaction has been with the audience?
I don't really speak on it. I just put music on it.
Yeah.
It's more of a thing where I was already playing games for 3 days a week for like 2 hours. Why not stream it at the same time?
That's how I see live streaming fitting into a lot of people's lives and how they can start making money from it. For instance, we watch that guy in the office that makes models.
Yeah.
Like, that's his job anyway.
Yeah.
He was making commissions of models. All he's done
Like
is
clay
put
models.
a webcam up and, he's just filming himself doing it, interacting with the chat. What he would have been doing is now just, he's just streaming
getting
it.
two lines of revenue from it.
Yeah. Essentially, he's just documenting what he does. Which is the same with like YouTube and stuff. Like my girlfriend's cousin, he makes like little custom pop figurines, and I said to him, why don't you just make YouTube videos of this? Like, you're already doing it. Like, all you need to do is set up a camera, and you don't even need to talk. Like, there's a lot of videos out there which is just like,
Sped up a bit.
Yeah, just speed it up, or not even that. Just have it real time. Just like like there's that. What's that guy called? The guy from Mythbusters. Adam Savage. He does some amazing like build stuff where it's literally like real time almost of him making the stuff.
He does comment on it sometimes, but I mean, some of it, the most interesting I find is where the music just stops and it's just, you can hear him just chipping away at stuff. And
it's sick. It's great. Like, I think again, live streaming would fit in perfectly to that. Get that on Reddit. Instead of routers blinking, let's go into.
But again, that was still a test. I mean, they might do that in the future where it rolls out to everyone and then everyone has ideas of.
Be interesting to see if they do roll it out to everyone, to see what the response is. Like, does it show you viewing numbers on it?
Yeah. I think the number one, the person that was number one streaming with the most viewers, if that makes sense, I don't know. He had about 20 or 30,000 people watching at one point.
That's a lot of people.
On a test as well.
Oh my goodness, that's quite impressive actually. So maybe maybe there might be some future there for them to start streaming on Reddit. And as if by magic, there we go. And as if by magic, that's it. The end of the Social Rundown podcast, episode 1. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember, if you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes, on Overcast, on whatever the hell you listen to, and also leave a review. Maybe leave a review on Nick's beard. Tell us
or on how boring I am.
Exactly. And if you want, you can even watch us do this. You can put it on YouTube and listen to us. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. Anyway, we'll see you next Monday. Hope you enjoyed it. Hannah is thoroughly excited for next week's episode already.
She'll be on it.
She requested a camera actually. She said to me, can I have a GoPro which is strapped this way on me?
Like Andy Serkis with his performance capture
Yes,
things.
that's
like
the,
that.
or like the Alan Partridge thing where he's in the warehouse running away, and we have this weird camera angle. So that's next week. So make sure you tune in because it's going to be exciting. But until then, have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.